welcome to our Battlefield Nation stream. And today's match we'll be facing off is Warpix versus iLLusionz. So we'll be facing on the PlayStation 4 North American Division 1 match here today. And my name is ChaosZake and I'll be commentating and analyzing the gameplay and making the stream happen. So it's definitely quite early here in Finland where I do live, and it definitely is a late time for most of the viewers, I would be assuming, since most of you might be from the North American region, so how has the night been there? But yeah, the teams for today, Warpix and iLLusionz. So those, me just opened the bracket how they've actually performed in Division itself. So previous week, Warpix fought against For the King, and they did lose that fight, or both of the maps on that match. And iLLusionz on the other hand fought against DeFi eSports, and they did get the win out of it. So iLLusionz here with the one win under the belt, and Warpix have not been able to open their score account for this division at least yet. But maybe this is the match where they'll be able to get some points for themselves. And I would like to remind you that you can definitely be betting your battle coins on the team that you can, or what you think to be winner of the specific match. And of course you can be betting on draw if you think that's going to be happening. And you have about 20 minutes from this point on to bet, so you still have a bit of a time to watch how the actual match is going before you make your final decision. But I'm not too sure if I'll be able to call it out again, so be warned that there's 20 minutes from this point out. Yeah, so we're pretty much ready here, waiting for the teams to ready up their server and stuff like that, so. What do you guys think of our new graphics and theme song? We're actually testing them out this week and first time, and I personally think they look okay. Of course, there's still some work and changes to be done on them, but I definitely like the new theme song that we've got here on BFN. So this is the match that we're going to be seeing next, which is the Warpix versus the iLLusionz. And after that, we won't be having any other games today. But for tomorrow, we will be having another stream, which would be Apex eSports versus Virtual Team. And that's a PlayStation 4 European Division 1 match. So in the North American region, if we take a bit of a look how the actual points there itself are, is that Top Scorer League is in the lead overall with 6 points, and they have technically won 2 matches out of their 2 matches. And then we have 3 teams tied up on the second place, which are Rasa, iLLusionz, and For the King. So interesting to see so many different nationalities there on the second place divided. So we have the Mexican team and the Canadian team there. The only out of United States teams on the tied 2 spot there. Then we have few teams, 4 of them exactly at the bottom without any points for now, but there's definitely still matches for those teams to get some points for themselves and see how they'll be performing. And again, I would like to remind that there is some money on the line on these games, so the winner of each division on each of the, or each division 1 on each of the regions, on each of the platforms, will be gaining a $500 prize for the team, so definitely not playing for nothing here. But meanwhile, we're waiting for the matches to start itself. Well, I might be taking a look into how the rest of the North American region has been performed. So I opened the PlayStation. Oh, that's not what I'm supposed to have opened. It seems like it didn't work as it should. Interesting. There we go, now it's the PC North America that it should have opened in the first place. So here we have Zero Day eSports in the lead with 6 points, and Storm Tiger Team, Particle Gaming at the Automatic Mustang sharing this, or no, the Omniscient is there too, sharing the second spot. And yeah, well, technically they're not sharing the, well, Automatic Mustangs and the Omniscient still have their match up to be played, and I think Omniscient just played against the E5, and I'm quite sure that they got the win of it, and it has not been updated to these points yet. But I'm quite sure that they did get the win there, so they should be having 6 points at the current standing. But it has not been updated on the page itself yet. Then if we look at the Xbox side of the North American division, we have Apex Predators there in the lead with 4 points, so they had 1 win and 1 draw, and that's pretty much how they've gotten their points for now. And we have again 3 teams tying the second place, all of them with 3 points, Team Casual, Team Revenant and Point Cap. And Team Requiem with 1 point, who was the team that draw on the first round against Apex Predators, so that's pretty much how the North American region is doing at the moment, and points how they are divided. But we're about to be starting up this match, so we'll be starting off with Giant Shadow, so the Incursions familiar game mode to all of you. And yeah, let's get into it. I like that new vibe that we get going on there with the Division 1 logo. Cannot get enough of it. Draft in progress. So, based on the games that I've seen earlier, I would be surprised to see if teams will be going with the control leader, squad leader kit, but majority of the time they do pick the raid leader, which they did this time to both of the teams. And interestingly, I've been around, so it was Warpigs who picked the Demolition Tribe, I think, so that is definitely an interesting choice for the vehicle operating class. Let me just confirm it that I am absolutely sure about it, but yes, that is the Demolition Tribe, so not able to repair the tank as often as the battle mechanic would, but interesting choice, and maybe it will be seeing further on why they made that decision. So, reminding again how the game mode itself works. So there's, for each of the sets, you need to gain 10 tickets to gain a point. And you gain tickets by holding the flag, from kills, from swiping the enemy squad, and from destroying the enemy tank. And at the moment, Warpigs with the minor lead with 3-2 tickets. It seems to be all of them are won from the actual kills, but there goes the Warpigs tank, taken out by barracks. It seemed to be a suicide attack by Mercs, getting killed by a infantry player at the same time, but getting that tank out definitely will be helping them out for further on in this match. So it's about 2 minutes or so how the tank is out of the game, so that definitely will be helping them iLLusionz to get the first point here, but maybe even get a second point out of it, because Warpix is basically only with their infantry player now. It seems like all the Warpix players are out of the actual B flag area, so definitely not looking too strong at the moment for them. And iLLusionz actually got 2 tickets specific ball back to back from the actual flag capture. So that was a that rarely seems to be happening here. And second point comes for them. We have WB here on the flag challenging it. Ooh, that's the interesting play. Loses the fight there with the gun, but almost gets the knife kill. Interesting placement. Mercs almost get the kill, but teammate finishes off. And it seems like iLLusionz is going for that spawn camp now, or spawn trap, or at least try to make it so. A lot of smoke being used. Not too sure which team would have thrown them, but I'm assuming that Warpix did throw those smokes since they just knocked past those. Didn't get too far, but almost got past the iLLusionz players there. And iLLusionz is actually pushing for the flag. 3 points to nothing, and Warpix tank back on the game. We'll see if that will be helping them out how much. Gets the first shot on the enemy tank, but it was damaged at the start of it, so it doesn't look too good for Warpix tank. They might be taken out. It's only one shot away if that tank will be out, but I think it won't be shot now, because now the iLLusionz tank needs to be taking out these infantry players. Cannot be focusing on finishing the tank. But at the same time, they are not really able to push for the flag, even though they managed to get the tank out of the area. I think I just missed that, but that was Nightmare who actually sniped the Warpix tank across the flag and across the field, so... Yeah, Warpix lost their tank second time for the match, and the score points definitely show that 4-0 for iLLusionz. So, at this point it could be said already that iLLusionz definitely got the first half of the match. Holding both of the flags and managing to keep Warpix on their spawn. Yeah, I think the main issue here on the Warpix play is that they're not really pushing together. Or at least I personally don't see that. Unless that, well, there was that one push for the B flag with the smoke where they actually got 3 players through, but that I think there's the only instance where I see that aggressive push being made from the as a whole team effort. Here we kind of see it happening though again for the actual A flag. They're only being opposed by the iLLusionz tanker, and gets one of them out. He's only half health, so it seems like they might be retreating here a bit, but we'll see if Warpix is now finally able to push for the flag itself. They're not really making the move itself, so they're still waiting for something. Shepard not able to get past the tank. And yeah, it definitely seems strong gameplay from the iLLusionz side. Seems to be so that we'll be finishing the first half with the 7-0. Mercs throwing the limpet on the wall, maybe finishing off the kill with the pistol itself. And now he wishes he would have had that limpet for the tank, but at least he was able to throw the 80 grenades at it and get some damage to it. Yeah, so 7-0 for iLLusionz on the first half. Definitely looking the stronger team here. So, yeah, the Warpix tank definitely was taken out every time it had a chance to even move for the flag, so they definitely would be wanting to defend their tank a bit more and get more use of it, and that way they might be able to actually push for the flag more efficiently and maybe even gain it for themselves. But with that rate how they'll be losing those tanks, then I don't see that happening. 2 players on the iLLusionz side without deaths after the first half. Nightmare the tanker not too surprised there, and ChaosZake, the raid leader himself, so only 2 kills though, so definitely played their role, so to say, correctly. So when you are the only option for your team to spawn on, you definitely don't want to be the first guy pushing in. So, iLLusionz on the match point, so to say, only 1 point away from winning the map. But we'll see if they'll be able to do it. Well, based on the performance that we've been seeing, that it definitely seems like they are definitely able to do it. The real question might be if Warpix is able to show back with the same strategy or with a different strategy that might be working out for them and actually get those tickets flowing on their side. So the first flag push seems to be 3 versus 2. Actually, everyone just throws the smokes in first, and well, it's technically iLLusionz first on the flag, but now it's 2v2, 3v2 on the flag, so Warpix is getting the actual capture, but that tanks get out fast. Yeah, so definitely I'm starting to see why the pick on the demolition driver is not paying out for themselves. They're trying to actually use the tank's self-destruction capabilities a bit too eagerly there, and I definitely would have preferred to see Warpix picking out the battle mechanic kit for their vehicle operator, but did not, and well, based on my opinion, it definitely shows up here on the score how it has played out for themselves. And again, iLLusionz pretty much going for the second flag straight away, but did not even manage to do that in that time, since iLLusionz will be taking the first map. So I'm quite sure that we might have seen, 2 players without deaths at all for the iLLusionz, so the tanker and the squad leaders themselves. 18 kills for 2 of them, Marksman and Mercs, and well, there's not too many performance to be mentioned on the Warpix side. Based on what we saw here, I definitely would be thinking that Warpix needs to be taking a look into their class picks a bit more in thought into it, or if they are already doing it based on how they've thought is the best, then they might have seen that this won't be working out too well against iLLusionz at least. So I'm definitely interested to see if Warpix will be picking out the demolition drive on the second map, Sinai Desert. And well, interesting to see if they do pick it, and if they do pick it, then if they'll be able to make it work. yeah, so definitely we're going to be loading up into the next map, and I think I'll be letting you listeners do some music through it. And yeah, I'll be catching you in a few minutes with the next map. Spartan stop anime now. Interesting comment. So, yeah, we're about to start the second map here on Sinai Desert. And Bloody Slayer asking what the F is the iLLusionz emblem. And that is a good question indeed. I was asking for the iLLusionz emblem earlier today, and that's what I got as a response, and well, that's what I'll be using then. I do use some kind of censorship on that, so if you think you'll be able to shoot any picture and I'll be using it on a stream, then you would be wrong. And it seems like I have the teams on the other sides this time, so Warpix playing on the blue side this time. And quite strong push 5-4 picks into the actual flag, it seems. Yeah, interesting to see again that both of the tankers are on the Overwatch. Tends to be the trend in this specific sector that always the tankers tend to go here. WP gets a kill instead of focusing the enemy tank, and it definitely seems to be their shortcoming here. It's almost done. Yeah, that tank gets taken out, and Nightmare is able to repair his, so he definitely won the fight of the Overwatch, and iLLusionz won the actual flag for himself. So now we're about to see which team is able to make those, or if iLLusionz is able to form their defensive lines or defensive wall, so to say, or if Warpix is able to push through it. Separate the squad leader himself leading the attack with the spawn beacons, so 2 guys flanking the left side, and it seems like they definitely has been spotted now. And WB with a melee kill gets taken out with a headshot by ChaosZake with a pistol, but definitely still a melee kill. And it seems like Illusion infantry players have been wiped out of the flag, and they're losing the flag itself. So they have all their tankers still close to the actual area, and Nightmare is still going strong, picking out those players, so... But Warpix is gaining the flag, and the infantry of Illusions is pushing with the smoke. Oh, that seems to be pretty much the whole Warpix team wiped out, so good team play by Illusions and gaining the flag back for themselves. And I think it was Shepard there who tried to use the field gun against the Illusions Nightmare, but Nightmare spots that and takes him out. And Warpix again here in the position of trying to push for the flag. They managed to do it first time, so we'll see if Illusions have learned the ways of approaching, or if Warpix will be finding another trick on their sleeve.
Are you hurt? I'll patch you up. I'm going out. Go dive. Throw in the smoke canister.
And that is the question of the answer to the question, who is casting today's match. So yeah, it's me, ChaosZake, watching the stream here for you and casting it. And yeah, Illusions takes the first point on the Sinai Desert. Bloody has a echo. Who's Bloody? You're not able to donate to our channel anyway, so I wonder how you'd be giving that $5, but... Oh, that was an interesting light tank grenade. Interestingly, the kill feed fast cast wasn't rewarded a kill with the light anti-tank grenade, but that definitely seemed to be happening based on the actual players' view. And only one of the Warpix players on the actual flag area, or of the infantry players, and tank is being challenged by mercs, takes him out. And again, at the point, it seems like Warpix is in trouble and on their spawn. Seem to be going for the right flank, but they have been spotted by marksmen. Misses majority of the bars flipped there. They have been spotted, and the team is aware of the Warpix flank here. Losing the flag. It seems like Illusions have didn't remember to keep a player on the flag, so that is definitely a, so to say, rookie mistake, but it happens for the most of the teams at the same time, so they have definitely left the flag all the way alone, and now would be the Warpix separate flank available to capture the flag, but they are regrouping a bit too long here, and based on what I see at least. So yeah, Illusions have figured out what their mistake there was with their defense, and now I've gotten some players on the flag itself, and yes, definitely all of the Illusion players are now heading back to the flag, since the call out has been made that Team Warpix is actually on the flag, so a bit slow of a reaction time for Warpix, or yeah, well, Warpix should have taken more, capitalized its moment a bit better. They definitely had the strike chance there for the flag, but now it seems to be a bit too late, since iLLusionz is only one ticket away from getting their second point. And Spartan, thank you for the 500 bits. I think that's close enough. Death Shaper or Creeper. What is the name? D-Creeper. Almost got killed by the tank, but luckily the sector ended just before that. I wonder if you forgot to add T for that name to make it Death Creeper, or if that's D-Creeper is somehow the name that he chose to actually have. If anyone has any inside knowledge of that, please let me know in the chat. Yeah, the automatic nightbot tends to take all the swearing words out of it, so if you have some important messages, try to avoid the swearing. Yeah, iLLusionz taking the first flag, and they killed the two Warpix players who were pushing for it, so it's only the mortar support and the vehicle operator left for Warpix, and they're definitely waiting for if they are able to make the push. But oh, that AD grenade looks nice. Did not get the kill though. Yeah, it was... WP was definitely low there, and if that... Oh! Nice snipe by Nightmare, but definitely it was a close call with that first AD grenade anyway.
Son, good as new! There! First aid!
So now Warpix did manage to go for the flag itself with the two infantry players. They are being challenged and hunted down though. 2 versus 1 on the actual flag. Well, they have been wiped out, but there we go, 3 of them Warpix players approaching into the flag, and they did manage to take Nightmare out with the limpet charge. So that's going to make it a bit easier for Warpix to make the push for the actual flag, but the infantry players are pretty much taken out, and it's only WB without his tank here with his vehicle operator class. Oh, gets a kill with the dynamite, but gets taken out straight away, so nice dynamite kill, but did not really help their team too much there. Cool. Again we see a kill with light anti-tank grenade. And Warpix have been wiped out again. And iLLusionz only 2 tickets away from getting the 3rd point. Nightmare using the M1911 extended quite efficiently. I think there was up to 3 kills on the kill feed simultaneously for him, so he's definitely not out, even though his tank itself might be out. This sector definitely goes again for iLLusionz, and we're about to go for the next half of the match. Yeah, so I think that dynamite kill was definitely one of the reasons we see that Warpix chose to use the demolition driver class, so might not be able to repair the tank, but at least is able to get some dynamite kills for the frag movies, so to say. No players on 0 deaths at least this time around, so at least Warpix has been able to get some kills on the iLLusionz a bit more efficiently than the previous map that they saw, but still not enough. Kill lead, or the kills definitely are in the iLLusionz side of this match, so we'll see how Warpix will be responding to that. This is definitely their last chance to make a chance to have a play on the outcome of the match, so they definitely have the opportunities to still win the actual map and make the overall match outcome into a draw, but that would require for them to win the next is 5 rounds, yes. So they would need to be winning the next 5 rounds in order to do that. So we'll see if they'll be able to do that. Are you saying that I have a... Do I? I would need to be listening myself on the stream if I really have an echo. Does sound fine to me. I wonder if you're having the echo on your end somehow. Strutsmaker, or Stratsmaker, I think it's the proper way to pronounce it, saying that he will be donating bits if Warpix will be making out a point. So, I guess I should be rooting out for Warpix to make that push for the flag, but at the moment the actual flag burn is going for the Illusionz side. Only 2 Warpix infantry player alive. Oh no, well, one of them gets revived. The tank gets taken out straight away. And again, only one of the infantry alive, and their location has been known for Illusionz, so the tank is definitely pushing there, drives him over. So now Warpix is going to get spawn trapped here again in a second. And it will be interesting to see if Illusionz remembers to keep a player on the flag. At least for now they have managed to do that. But yes, definitely it seems to be ending here quite soon. Manages to do enough damage for Nightmare that he needs to be repairing the tank, and I've got to say that is definitely an interesting place to leave your tank at overall. Whoa, might be taken out here. Well, the tanker is out for Illusionz. I totally missed that flank that happened there by Warpix, who got 2 infantry players on the flag itself. Now they have Commentators with the 1 kill on the actual flag, and it's 50-50 on the burn. Gets the second one starting to capture the flag and reviving the squad mate. Again, it's 2v2, no, 3v2 on the actual flag. Now it seems like Noventress is only against the whole team on the actual flag, so did not able to make that push into anything more efficient than a distraction for Illusion. Now we see another push coming though. 3 of the... Oh! I think Nightmare just got another kill by running over an enemy, so... definitely some nice kills coming off Nightmare. And yes, 1 ticket away for Illusionz to take home the 4th point and taking home the match with a clear win of 2-0. So, this was definitely a better round for Warpix compared to the previous map that we saw, but definitely still not enough to actually beat Illusionz still. Tickets earned only 2 for Warpix, and definitely seemed so. There were definitely some situations where the majority of the situations were so that Warpix was in the situation of being spawn trapped in both of the maps. But there was that few flanks that could have worked out for Warpix. First of all, if they would have made those pushes a bit earlier, especially on the second sector of the Sinai Desert, or if they would have just won more of the 1v1 fights against the iLLusionz player, but that did not happen and the outcome is so. And I'll be trying to look if I can actually update the tournament. Outcome of this match, and we can talk about the current standings of the division on North America PlayStation 4. So about the bets, no one betted on Warbix, I wonder why. And 50% of the bets went for iLLusionz and another 50% went for the draw. So there we have it. So iLLusionz now on the tied first spot technically. So top score league and iLLusionz both now 2 matches played and 6 points for themselves. And well, Rasa and For the Kings, they definitely currently standing at 3 points. They both definitely are about to be reaching 6 points themselves. Let me just check which teams they'll be facing. So both of those matches should have been played already, and I'm not too sure if they have been forfeited or what, but yeah, at least those results have not been updated on the tournament yet, so interesting to see how those matches actually went, but they didn't face each other, so it could be highly likely that we actually see 4 teams sharing the 6 points here and PlayStation 4 North American Division 1, so definitely interesting to see how it actually plays out. And next weekend we'll be getting some interesting matches, and hopefully we'll be able to get to actually stream those out. So we'll be getting Rasa and For the King facing each other. So those are the 2 only teams on the North American PlayStation 4 where it's the Mexican and the Canadian teams, and the rest of the teams on this division are United States based teams. Another interesting game that might be interested to spec through is the 6-star Generals versus DeFi eSports, and DeFi eSports, I think they have made forfeit wins throughout the division for yet, so would be definitely interesting to see how the team actually performs in this division when they actually get to be playing the game. And one of the matches next weekend would be happening in Top Score League, going against Warbix, and well, based on the performance that we've seen here, it should be going an easy win for themselves, but at the same time Warbix might be working on. They have a whole week here to prepare for that match, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, my name was ChaosZake, and that was pretty much the stream for today. And I'd like to remind that tomorrow we'll be streaming Apex eSports going against Virtual Team on the PlayStation 4 European Division 1 match. That would be happening at 7 PM UK time, or so to say. UTC +1 is the actual time zone that they tend to use. So yeah, thanks for joining in today's stream, and have a good rest of your Saturday evening/night, or good morning if the time's that early for you already for your Sunday's morning. But yeah, thanks for joining in today's stream, and I'll be catching you later.